Welcome to Learning on Manual Testing. Today we are going to discuss about the important topic, which is nothing but testing techniques or test design techniques or techniques. What is meant by test design techniques? Why we are for going for test design techniques? See here, test to design techniques. Okay, design means test case design. So which nothing but deals with the test cases. Okay, so for writing test cases, why we require techniques? For that, let's take an example. So I have text box. In an application, I have small text box where there's a condition for the text box is it should accept a number of month in an year. So this is the condition. Okay, this is the condition for this for a text box. So I have text box where it will accept. Just a minute. I have a text box where it accepts the month of an year. Okay, that means it will accept a number which should be a month of an year. So what is the minimum and maximum condition to check the text box? The minimum condition is 1 to 1 should be less than or equal to as a month, sorry, greater than or equal to, or here less than or equal to 12, right? So nothing but this text box only accept months which should be in between 1 to 12. So that from January to December it will only accept numbers only. So number of month and year means it will accept the values maximum from 1 to 12. For that, to check this type of text box, I originally write the positive test cases. The positive test cases will be 12 test cases. Okay, let's go for I'm checking the negative values, nothing but invalid test cases, negative test cases, which is nothing but I should give less than 1, should be invalid, it should not accept the text box should not accept the values, and I can give more than, okay, less than 1, right? Less than 1, or the invalid condition is nothing but more than 12. So these are nothing but these are negative test cases. So these are my negative test cases. To check the condition for the test box. Okay, so for that I have one test case here. For here also I will have one test case here. Okay, to check both positive and negative. Total I will have how many test case total I will have? Obvious, 12 plus 1 I will get 14 test cases. I will get 14 test cases, total 14 test cases. So see the practical things. To check a small text box which should accept numbers, I am writing 14 test cases, but it is not the correct way, which is nothing but to check small text box, if you write 14 test cases, is nothing but it is just waste of time, as well as it is not proper way of testing these type of scenarios. For that, I come up with an idea to decrease number of test cases for a given values. So any values, as per this example, I have 14 test cases, right? So if we have another test box or validations or decision, something like we have the different scenarios, we'll have more test cases. Okay, so if we have more test cases for a small checks, it is not a correct way of doing testing. What I need to do, I need to analyze, I will use a technique to decrease number of test cases. For this condition, I need to decrease number of test cases. So for that, for this example, I'm original test case is 14. So I need to decrease, if I able to use, if I use using a technique, if I able to decrease number of test cases, then I'm very happy. So to do that, we should go for test design techniques or testing techniques or test techniques. One liner information about techniques, nothing but to optimize to optimize the number of test cases for a, just a minute, for a given range or for a given scenario or for a given condition, anything. Just a minute. We'll go for test design techniques. So that is the importance of going for test design techniques. So test design is not, technique is nothing but we need to decrease number of test cases, optimize or decrease number of test cases for given values, for a given condition, for a given scenario, for a given range, for a given segment, something like. So that's why we are using techniques to decrease number of test cases. If I decrease number of test cases, it doesn't mean that I'm not covering anything. So I need to cover the everything. I need to cover all the test conditions as well as I need to decrease the number of test cases. There's nothing but here will focus on maximum coverage of test cases. Okay. Now let if I decrease number of test cases, it doesn't mean that I'm not covering many things. It's nothing but I need to cover all the things and well as I need to decrease number of test cases. So this is nothing but techniques. So if you know the techniques, right, we have different types of techniques. If you know the techniques, then you will be very clear. So we have different types of techniques. So those techniques are, the first one is equivalence partitioning. The second one is boundary value analysis. The third one is decision table. The fourth one is orthogonal array. Like that, we have different types of test cases. So techniques. Okay, let's EB. Just call it as VVA. Okay, so decision table also known as cause effect table. Okay, in further classes we'll try to understand the each and every technique in detail. Okay, that's it for the day. Thank you.